Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko Tarot. And in this whole video, we're going to look into Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and also a Scorpio Rising weekly general tarot reading October 11th up until October 17th, 2021. And should you be guys interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, checking out the description down below is going to give you a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. And as well, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel and you do wish to support us, just leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss any of our weekly uploads nor live streams as well. So with that being said aside, moving straight away to the Scorpio reading, and the very first card that we Scorpio have, that will be the Knight of Wands, followed by the next one here, which stands as the 10 of Wands. The third card, not the fourth, but the third card we have, that will be the 8 of Pentacles, and the last one, that will be the Queen of Wands. So we do have a couple of people that we are going to interact with throughout the week. The second one, a bit into an obscurity, okay, because it happens, their appearance comes at the end of the week, and when I draw the catalysts, we will know more for them. But for now, the focus falls on the first one, which happens to appear right at the start of the week. Now, that could be somebody we know, it could be somebody brand new. It does look like, though, that they're going to be very, very enterprising. So enterprising, in fact, that if they play a major role into our life, their presence is going to be very demanding. And that demanding presence, just by the look of those four cards before I draw the catalyst, it seems that it's going to allow us, the very least, to start establishing some kind of a plan, to start manifesting some kind of a goal. You know, in generally, it's going to give us somewhat of a direction moving forward, and it is where the next person, the Queen of Wands, steps in. So let's scrutinize the reading, and with the Knights of Wands, the catalyst to this card is going to be the Lovers. Okay, so that is extremely strong elemental dignity. These two cards, they are active friends, and without a doubt, that person is going to be very interested in us, and we're going to be very interested in them. And the reason for that is going to be oh my god, how do I explain it? How do you explain perception? It's like explaining the color black. Okay, so imagine somebody appears into your social circle or into your life, say a new guy or a new girl that it is hired at your place, and you get to work with her or him. You got introduced to a friend of a friend, and so on and so forth, and that person happens to be, or happens to have, what you miss. It's kind of like we all have shortages, right? We have a shortages of excitement. We do have a shortages of interest, and so on and so forth. And that person happens to be able to fill up all these shortages. So like I said, very enterprising individual, an individual that's maintain our interest, or it poses a huge interest because they have what we lack. It's as simple as that. And through their manifestation into our lives, it's simply the harmony within our lives are going to be, at least for the time being, gets restored. Now, because we do have the Lovers there, definitely there will be some kind of a flirting involved into the situation. At least this narrative is going to be checked by both sides. You know, is there any romantic interest in there or not? But regardless if there is going to be a romantic interest or not, through this individual, we can count to resolve problems into our intimate life, problems into our career life as well. And in generally, the very least, through them, we're going to have an ally that will be ready to reach to the very end for as long as the enterprise cause interest to them. On a more practical level, those couple of cards states that at the start of the week, we will find a way. I don't know how to describe it really. We will find a way to keep up moving forward. And we'll find a way how to maintain our interests toward the world or toward our career. So if we have lost a little bit of a drive or enthusiasm to keep forward at the start of this week, that enthusiasm and that interest is going to be rekindled one more time. And lastly, for those couple of cards, it is just at the start of the week, whatever choices we have to make, there is no way we are to make the wrong choice. I'm sorry, because all of the choices, all of the options are going to be right options, at least for us. And right after that, the 10 of Wands manifests for us, Scorpio, which is going to be catalyzed with the 6 of Swords, those couple of cards. And it's pretty straightforward message. Now, despite the differences, because there are going to be major differences in between us and that individual, that is why they have everything we lack, because they're different than us. If we are all of the same, they simply won't have anything we need, because we are going to be literally one of the same. But despite the differences, those two cards here are speaking that we're going to find together, that is, we and that person. I'm saying we because I'm Scorpio as well, but we're gonna find a common cause, like a common ground, like a common direction, like a common team, common topic. And it will be very demanding, okay, in a sense of that there will be a lot of aspects into this common topic that we have to fulfill together. The common topic could be love, it could be successful business, okay? It could be just a friendship also. It does depend on your personal situation, but at the start it will feel very scary, okay? Because like I said, the whole thing will require a lot of personal investment, a lot of personal development, a lot of personal manifestation into it. The whole thing, the whole endeavor also will have certain rules, is going to have certain expectations as well, the endeavor itself. So in order the whole thing to work out, it will be expected of us to be in a certain way, to act in a certain way. In order the thing to work out, is going to be expected from the other person to act in a certain way and to be in a certain way as well. And that, like I said, it will devour a lot of our freedom, at least for the time being. But ultimately, at the end, if we do, how can I say, if we do tackle it correctly, at the end, we are to be rewarded greatly for it. And right after that, the Eight of Pentacles manifests, which is going to be catalyzed with the Wheel of Fortune. So we do have these two. They are a passive neutrals that we do have. And from the middle of the week moving forward towards the end of the week, things are about to slow down when it comes to the interaction in between us and that Knight of Wands type of an individual. With these two cards, it is just we are going to start pulling ourselves away from situations and from how can I say, and from aspects of that interaction that seems very random and that seems that we have no control over. Now, instead of jumping into enterprises and into situations that we have no clue how they're gonna end up, we are to focus more on the details that surrounds our interaction with us and the Knights of Wands. And through focusing on these details, we are going to grow to have the eye for the subtleties out there, and that will allow us to address situations in between us, aspects into our business relationship or into our potentially growing romantic relationship with way much more conscientiousness than before. And instead of allowing or letting the fate to decide what is going to come out of all that, we are to decide for ourselves. As at that point, it seems that we are going to start initiating a plan for our life overall that we have contemplated for it for a very, very long time before. So it seems, just before I draw the last card, it seems that the right person shows up into our life. What they are right for, that remains to be seen, because it will be individual for every single one of us. And at the end of the week, this other individual shows up, which is the Queen of Wands, and it's catalyzed with the Three of Cups. We have active enemies here, and that's a person who does not share a bit our perspective for the future. It could be jealous ex, okay, or it could be a person that they wanted to make business with us, but instead we are to make business with the Knights of Wands. So that is a competitor to the first person, okay, and they don't, like I said, share a bit our excitement of the results we are getting from the demanding incorporation, so to speak. They don't share a bit our excitement for the future. They don't share a bit our enthusiasm at all. They don't share as well our emotions, in a sense of that they're not happy for us, okay? They're going to be only happy when they replace that Knight of Wands. It's a dangerous rival. Thankfully, it's not our rival. It's a rival to the Knight of Wands, but it's a dangerous rival because they do understand very well how we operate. They do understand very well what we need. They do understand very well where our weaknesses are, and therefore that allows them to press certain buttons that nobody else is able to. And what makes it dangerous, it is that they have a will to prevail. What I mean is that, if there is a chance, they're not going to let it go. So I don't know, to me it looks like a passionate triangle, most likely a love triangle here. I'm gonna sneeze. Or a business triangle, okay, where you are the middle person that two people are fighting for. Finally, we get to end up in such a situation, okay. And it's not up to us to decide, really. It seems that the decision is going to be made for us, at least for the time being. Hopefully the Knights of Wands is going to prevail into this battle, but the time is going to tell. All we need to know here, and all we need to do into that situation, is just pay attention to the details of our life and develop that. What took a long time for us to prepare, and what took a long time for us to think about. So with that being said, Scorpio, this was our weekly general tarot reading, guys, for October 11th up until October 17th, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.